Hi, my name is Jonathan Hicks. I'm back at the Dice Cup, and today I'm joined by Matt, Steve,
Madly.
and we've just finished playing Azul Summer Pavilion, which is the new Azul. Now I'm going to assume you know how to play basic Azul, and the drafting from the centre is essentially the same. So if you want to, you can take all of one colour from one of the outer rings, and any that you don't take kind of go to the middle. Interestingly though, you don't have to place them immediately. You just take them all and put them in a stack next to your board, and then we go around and Mac would pick some. He could pick from the centre if he wants to, but he's going to lose points. And this is slightly different. The number of points you lose if you take that sort of first player thing is the number of tiles you currently have taken in this round. So if he'd previously taken two this round, and then he takes from the centre, then he's going to lose 2 points. And there's a kind of generic score tracker you see around the outside of this board. So you track your score as you go round. It's not on a board in that sense. So yes, you draft for the middle until all of those have gone. And then you're going to have a stack of tiles here. Let me just grab a few more to illustrate what I might have had. And then, one at a time, you take it in turns to place them on your board. Now, you can see there's like stars of different colours, so here's the green star, and then in each star there are numbers. So the 1 and the 2 I've already covered, 1, 2, but then the 3, 4, 5, 6 are not covered. So if I wanted to play on the 3, I would need 3 green whatsits. So I would take one of them and put them on there, and the other 2 just kind of get discarded back into the box here. And then that would score me a point for every connected set within the green. So because this is connected to 2 others, that's like a set of 3, so I would score 3 points on the board. But yes, if I put this one here, that would score me only 1 point. But putting it here, then will get me 4 points. So the order in which you place them, like the original Azul, is quite important in terms of how you're scoring the points there. Interestingly though, the big difference with this one, if I just rotate this slightly, is every round there is 1 wild tile. So in the first round, all the purple tiles are wild. And in the second round, all the green tiles are wild. So you can obviously use wilds, like in this final round, red is wild. So I could have added a red to the green that I placed to make it kind of 1 higher. So you can use the wilds like that. There's also this centre ring though, and you can only put wilds in the centre ring. So for example, this round, red is wild, and if I had 2 reds, so here we go, 2 reds, then I could put it on the 2 spot in the centre and discard the other one, and I would score 4 points again, because 4 connected things. But it's quite important to fill up a lot of these spaces, because you're, as well as scoring points like this, you're also trying to surround these things. It's like circles, statues, and these sort of arched window things on the outside. If you manage to completely surround a circle, you get to take one of the tiles from the centre. So you can take whichever one you want, and then you'd sort of refill it. But the point is that we each taking turns to place them, so this now might be useful for me to place something else. In fact, that was a bit daft. If I took a blue one, now I've got 3 blue ones, and I could use that to maybe help me get some more with the blue things. If you surround a statue, you're going to take 2 tiles from the centre, and if you put a 5 and a 6 in, which is obviously quite difficult to do, you get the archway, and you take 3 from the centre. So these affect what you can do here quite a lot, which is quite interesting. Then there's some endgame scoring. After you've played over the 6 rounds, you're getting and added up your points for placing them. You then get endgame scoring. Effectively, if you fill up one of the stars, you're going to get points, and you get more points for the ones that are kind of harder to fill up. So you can see here the pink ones are harder to fill up for a couple of different reasons. So they're going to get you more points. But then also, if you've managed to cover all of the ones, so if you did the 1 pink and the 1 orange and the 1 red and all the ones all the way around, then you get 4 points. The 2s would be 8, the 3s are 12, and the 4s are 16. So there's quite a lot of endgame scoring if you manage to plan it out very well, which I certainly did not. What do we think?
I liked it. I managed to beat Jonathan, so that was good. It was my first play of it, and I think I would do a lot better on my second time through, because it's very simple, like all the Azul games are, but the planning that you want to put into it is quite complex for such a simple game, I think. So yeah, it's really nice, and it's sufficiently different to the other Azuls that you wouldn't kind of go, oh, I've already got Azul, I don't need this. I think it's different enough in strategy and the way that you score things that it really adds something. So yeah.
Steve?
It's got more options than both the other 2 Azuls. I think you don't get done in as much. It's harder to kind of do someone in this game. By forcing to take from the centre, you can make them lose points, but that often they get the first play token, they get first pick next time, and they get like 5 of one colour, so they don't net lose that many points. kind of the at what point will you get the extra tiles is irrelevant, and to do that you have to score one thing at a time in order, keep going around the table. And that's good because you think, well, at the moment I don't want any of these colours, so I'm not going to place the thing that gets me the extra tiles now. I'll wait until my next turn. Hopefully the colours will change by then, or if I don't do it now, the person to my left is definitely going to take the colour I want, so I need to do it first. So all those options in games make it good for me. However, it's a much longer game than Azul, so it doesn't feel like something you could start the night with as a filler. It's taken us about an hour to play, where regular Azul, especially with people who've played before, can be under half an hour easily. It's got the same decision at the start, but this board bit is more strategic, so if you're looking for a strategic version of Azul, this is probably for you, but it does take a bit longer.
Marty?
I really liked it. It's my second time playing, and definitely, like Matt said, it's easier when you play it for the second time. So I could kind of think ahead and place my strategy already more easily. And yeah, I really like it because I really like abstract games, and yeah, there's quite a bit of planning, and it's very nice.
Rating out of 10?
8.
Okay. Steve?
8, but it's not a filler anymore.
Matt?
Yep, 8 as well.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yes, it's definitely more strategic. I thought the original Azul was fine. It kind of grew on me, but this one, there's more to think about. And the thing I really like about this is it's easier to mitigate kind of bad draws. Because of the wilds, you can effectively say, oh, I'll use this wild for this other colour instead of the one I was originally intending, and change up your strategy after you've taken the tiles. Whereas in the original Azul, you take your tiles, you can get a bit stuffed depending on what happens and how the draw goes round when you're picking the tiles. So I really, really like this one, and a lot better than the original Azul, certainly. I think I prefer the second one to the first one, and I prefer this to both of the two other ones. So I would also be on 8 out of 10. I think it's very good, this one. Well, thanks very much for watching. That was Azul Summer Pavilion.